Previously on Marvel Midnight Suns.
Of magic is shifting, Johnny. The prophecy of the Midnight Sun is upon us.
It's already here.
Maxim, the wards of protection, if you please.
Stephen, I can fight. I've got control now. The wards. Something's blocking them.
Not something. Someone.
What just happened?
Prophecy is in motion. Lilith is still out there growing stronger each second the Midnight Sun approaches. We are to have any chance of stopping her, there is only one option left to us.
Where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
Saved the world in the process.
Now you want me to dig them up and ask them to do it again. Mother. Sarah. Where is she?
Hey guys, Gracer, the Autistic Gamer, back with part 2 of our Marvel Midnight Suns playthrough. In part 1 we went through the tutorial, which involved Hydra raising our main antagonist Lilith from the dead, which then resulted in our heroes having to raise us, the Hunter, from the dead in response. Now, this being the Marvel Universe is never that simple. Turns out Lilith is our mum, and Caretaker, who has been caretaking our body since our last battle with Lilith, is Lilith's sister. Nothing like keeping it in the family. Last episode was a bit long, and advance warning, this one may be equal in length. There is a lot of cutscenes. The beginning of the game is very cutscene heavy, which actually kind of makes sense. It's still introducing its story, its character, its world, and they're doing that a lot through cutscenes and a lot of ambient dialogue, of which there is again quite a lot. There is some action, don't worry, we will get to punch bad guys in the face with extreme velocity, but with that all being said, we're catching up with our hero, us, standing outside our crypt, which would be enough to give anybody anxiety issues. So let's just head on down and meet some of the heroes that is responsible for us not resting in peace.
Did I miss something? Or did Nico just raise the dead?
I definitely helped, but no, that's the one thing I can't do.
You were never able to raise the dead.
Huh? But she just did.
Maybe the hunter wasn't all dead.
Some part of them had to be alive, otherwise my spell wouldn't have done anything. Which makes sense, I guess.
Sounds like a reach to me.
Huh, coming from a vampire who loves to sunbathe at the pool.
Half vampire.
Half-dead hunter.
Either way, wouldn't count on that working again.
Yes, we know.
Just trying to help.
How? By keeping an eye on things out here while the big wigs decide the fate of the world inside?
Someone has to babysit the kiddie table.
Babysitting or not, you realize they still have you out here with the kitties, right?
Oof, ouch.
Nico clearly already unhappy with the way the Avengers have sort of seemingly taken over. Anyway, speaking of Nico, let's talk to her some more, since she was the one that was wielding the big old staff that is responsible for the fact that we are standing alive today.
Hunter. Not sure if you remember me, but we met briefly before. I'm
the witch who called me back from the grave.
Told you.
Or Nico, but either works. And this is
Robbie Reyes. Oh man, never thought I'd be standing next to you. Got quite a rep. I mean, caretakers told us stories.
That's Ileana.
Привет.
And I think you already met Blade.
Of course. Caretaker has reformed the Midnight Suns.
Whoa. How did you...
Your power. I can feel it. I always do.
So, welcome home. I guess
I never left.
Right. Well, we can fast forward through the tour then. The Abbey is still, well, you know, the Abbey. Basic stuff. Dorms, war room, library, a few places to chill, and, whatever the hell the Forge is. Have to say, for a haunted transient castle raised on the cursed grounds of Old Salem, it's pretty cozy. Of course, that doesn't stop us from adding some improvements. We can all thank Robbie for the Wi-Fi. Oh, and one more thing. We've got some new house guests now. You think we're a fun bunch, just wait until you meet them. Speaking of, we're here.
Yeah, okay. Spend 10 minutes in this place alone, Bruce, then see. Oh, gotta go. Show's about to begin.
And I barely have time to surmise what just happened there, as our protagonists already have things to say.
That sort of training regime. You'll have to trust that the hunter's past experience is enough.
Taking a big risk with your chosen one.
You act as if I'm thrilled with the situation. If you're concerned, then be all the more vigilant out there.
Easy for you to say.
Nothing about any of this is easy, Blade.
Yeah? Tell that to Wanda.
So that was Lilith, huh? She has a real 90s album cover vibe.
1690s, maybe. Hard to believe she's the hunter's mother.
Resemblance dwindles when one is twisted by Chthon's power.
Whose power?
Chthon, the Elder God?
Is Chthon the elder god of metal bands?
No.
Tony, read your briefings.
Relax, I'm just spinning him up.
You think now's really the time for that? I nearly broke my hand on Lilith's face. She didn't even flinch.
The more dangerous the foe, the funnier I get.
That's debatable.
So, crazy day, huh?
Crazy indeed.
Lots of new blood around here. Some seriously powerful headliners.
Powerful, yes. But how powerful, we will see.
Big personalities, too.
I think you mean big egos. But none of that matters unless they can help us get to Wanda.
You following me, Doc? Maybe you should go introduce yourself to the youngins.
I'm sure they know of the Sorcerer Supreme, and I wasn't following you.
How long have you two been sharing a room now? A day?
Oh, I don't know. What do you say, Doc? 6, 7 hours?
6 hours, 43 minutes, 8 seconds. And counting.
Wow, and you're already bouncing off each other like an old married couple.
Careful now, you're gonna make his cape jealous.
It's a cloak, not a cape, and it definitely wouldn't be jealous of you.
I'm calling it now. You two are gonna be best friends before this thing is over.
A week ago, this place was like a tomb. A nice, quiet tomb full of things that knew how to mind their own business. And now it's a superhero frat house. And someone used all the hot water this morning. I mean, technically you were here first, but don't expect any special treatment. Caretaker will have you mopping the floors and hauling trash whether you're 2 or 200. You should probably go talk to Caretaker. I think she's already got plans for your first mission.
Just gearing up for ye old apocalypse, Hunter. Should have the world saved in less than a fortnight. Did someone give you a cup of coffee at least? I know I'm useless in the morning without a little boost. We could probably have one of these witches or warlocks magic you over a barista.
I must admit, Hunter, having studied the tomes and read of your exploits in the past, it had never occurred to me that we might someday face Lilith together. Unfortunately, time is of the essence. Otherwise, I'd gladly offer to walk you through some of the more pivotal events that have changed the world since you last saw it.
The last thing I thought I'd be doing this morning was bashing Hydra heads across the Sanctum Sanctorum. I am so glad I decided to wash my hero pants last night. It's almost impossible to imagine the horror, the atrocities committed on these grounds all those years ago. Then again, we are less than 20 miles from Fenway Park.
And we're going to learn a lot more about Salem as the game goes on, but first, more hero talk.
I wonder if you ever ran into any of my predecessors back in the day. We, tend to stand out.
Welcome to the War Room, Hunter. At least they don't have me stationed in some musty old dungeon like Strange and Stark.
The table is all yours. Let's get to it. Just remember, if it came down to it, your blood would make a mighty fine vintage.
Things are likely to get pretty hectic around here, kiddo. Just like the old days. Take some time to adjust while you can. I wish we could get you settled in, but things are already pretty hectic around here, kiddo. Starting to feel like the old days again, which we both know is not a good thing.
And finally, after Nico not being happy with her new housemates, Iron Man's much appreciated and highly accurate comments about coffee, and Blade thinking our blood would make a very fine Merlot, we can finally get onto picking our mission.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look older. How long was I in that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith.
Tony?
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith.
Tony.
That's my name.
Tony. That's Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the Dragon Mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was a voice. The rest is hazy.
Oh, a voice. That's it? A voice? That's what we have to go on?
Results of your long crypt sleep, most likely.
A minor inconvenience. Everything required to restore those memories is contained within my sanctum. I will simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail?
Some sorcerer supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
Whoa, what kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges. Bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Wanda!
The dark force, pushing against the wards. Stephen, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Wanda's in trouble.
Wanda is trouble.
I'll go.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.
Doctor Strange clearly a big fan of his new nickname there. Also some tension between Sarah and Wanda, or possibly Sarah and just the subject of Wanda. Certainly not happy at the notion of Wanda being in trouble. Also, looks like we're being kept in the dark regarding what's happened with Agatha.
With everything going on right now, we simply cannot afford to lose contact with the Sanctum or Wanda.
Then Sarah goes and says that, reminding us that she is very well aware of just how powerful Wanda is and how pivotal she may be to defeating Lilith. Anyway, as you can see, our heroes have already been chosen. Looks like we're taking Hunter, Doctor Strange, and Blade. The name of our mission here is Sanctum Symbiotum, which, if you know your Marvel and detect a play on words, might give you a little bit of a hint who will almost certainly be showing up later. So let's get into saving Wanda and Strange's Sanctum.
Even given the fluctuations in the astral spectrum, I should be seeing something. Unless Bruce is right about gamma interference. If such a thing could even exist. The wards have been activated before, and I've never experienced such a reaction. Or perhaps I have simply erased that timeline so as not to affect my own destiny. I am quite efficient with my future and past selves in that regard.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, at this point, I was thinking I would love to talk to Doctor Strange if I could actually get a word in. Anyway, let's get into a discussion where we can actually participate.
Are you ready? The prophecy of the Midnight Sun does not linger, and neither should we. Lilith possesses the Darkhold. If she forced her way into my Sanctum Sanctorum once, I suspect she can do it again.
You are a sorcerer supreme. Can you not predict her movements?
Normally, yes. But since your mother breached the Sanctum, my sense of the future has grown volutinous in nature.
Is that another language, or...?
Fuzzy. My predictions are fuzzy. For the first time as Sorcerer Supreme, I cannot foresee how the future unfolds, and with my apprentice in danger, we cannot tarry.
So another dialogue choice here that could give us some friendship points. We're going to go with, can your apprentice withstand Lilith, for 2 friendship points, but it does also seem to be a very natural question given Lilith's very obvious power.
I understand the urgency. Your apprentice is in grave danger, yes?
Wanda is no mere apprentice. She is the Scarlet Witch, one of the strongest magical practitioners I have encountered. But she hasn't channeled such power on her own since... Never mind. One crisis at a time. I do not doubt Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it. Still, the wards are woven into the Sanctum's very essence. They should hold. In any case, all will be revealed with time. I suggest we make use of it while it still functions.
Yes, we should absolutely make haste. However,
we should hurry. As much as I'd love to hear a first-hand account of your exploits, time is of the essence, I'm afraid. I can't help but feel a tinge of impatience. It is my home under siege, after all. I do hope we haven't already squandered what little time we had to our advantage. Knowing how selective the Suns can be, I'm honored to have been given this opportunity to join them.
I did it, but he didn't cut anything there. Doctor Strange is like, we must hurry. Cue 30 seconds of me talking. And believe it or not, he's still not done.
Can maintain the wards, I'm certain of that. But perhaps we shouldn't linger?
About time.
Not just about time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space, reality, the building blocks of magic. All must be constant for my portals to work properly. Yet as we now know, that is no longer the case.
We've heard.
Several times.
Otherwise, I would still be hunting dread maidens in my sleep.
Indeed. And while I certainly appreciate the view of this vista, I fail to see how it will hasten our return to the sanctum.
Magic is the answer.
No, as I've just stated, magic is the problem.
Your magic is... not ours. The ground you are standing on exists within two worlds. A mystical anchor point to Ileana's realm that allows her to... well, I'll just let her show you.
That, as they say, is how you do it. Right, before we jump in, more dialogue, starting off with, inevitably, Doctor Strange.
The power coming from behind this portal is tremendous. I am surprised this magic and I have never crossed paths before. At least at the bar with no doors.
I'll be keeping an eye on things from the war room. Make sure Wanda gets back here safely.
I don't care what Strange says. I'm only going to the Sanctum to give Wanda some backup. This should be an easy warm-up for a legendary killer like yourself.
Don't let Blade fool you. He's just as eager to see what you can do out there as the rest of us.
Wanda belongs here. Bring her back safe. What? You've never seen Portal before?
Well, not one that big, and red, and demonic looking. And when you're confronted with such a thing, there is only one option. Just dive in head first.
You are standing in limbo. Nexus of all realities, both real or otherwise. A chaotic but secret realm, beyond the influence of Lilith. Thus far.
Are you certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General hellhole vibe?
Yes.
All these potentialities converging at once? Truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
You think this is crazy? Wait until you see Manhattan.
From here, magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards protecting your sanctum, Doctor, so we've chosen a safe exit a few blocks over instead.
Couldn't be worse than the last time.
It was just a simple miscommunication.
Ocean Avenue. I said Ocean Avenue, Magic.
I know I've been poking fun at the amount of dialogue a little bit, but little exchanges like that really just give each character a moment to sort of show their side and who they are. Anyway, game face on. We've got a Sanctum and a Wanda to save.
Hey, I'm walking here. All I ate today was a bagel.
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
For now.
I suggest we hurry.
Arm Alpha in position. No one's getting through.
First time in New York City and Hunter is already having to look to punch bad guys in the face. That's the superhero gig for you. Anyway, the game is giving us a very simple objective to defeat all our enemies, but first I think Caretaker might have something for us.
I hesitate to call this good news, but I'm seeing minimal Hydra resistance between you and the Sanctum.
Looks can be deceiving, I'm afraid. There's no way these foot soldiers are behind the disruption of the wards of protection.
Okay, as you can see, we've got a couple of cards that have a modifier of quick. The game will flash up in a moment exactly what that means. Blessing of Ashanti, it's going to give our hero cards boost. Lifesteal, we will gain health the amount of damage that we do. Fantastic card to have. However, it says up here, tax for keyword quick will refund card play when you KO. Great to use on minions and enemies with low health. And there's our unfortunate recipient. So as you saw, it's flashed up there, card play refunded, so we've still got our 3 card plays, gained our 1 heroism for playing that card. I think the next obvious move will be to just repeat that.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Okay, card play refunded again, so now it's a 2 heroism, 3 card plays, but our quick modifiers are not going to work. As you can see, the Hydra officer's got 40, our 2 elites have got 20. So let's redraw our state card because lifesteal is not needed right now. That gives us the Winds of Watum. Now, whilst again this has a quick modifier that's not going to be useful, the knockback could be very useful, especially if we can knock that elite into that electrical cabinet, which we can.
Watch and learn, my friends.
That's one hell of a move.
So as you can see, we can use some of the environmentals in the game to stun our opponents, and as the game is pointing out here, when a unit is stunned, they will not act on their turn unless they are damaged. However, that is not entirely correct. There are some caveats to that. I will point them out as and when we come across them. So this was just me trying to work out what I wanted to do next, trying to see if I could use that environmental to jump onto the Hydra officer. I felt that he was a little bit out of the range, but then I realised our Hydra elite is in range of that stack of papers, so incoming. Lovely. That leaves our elite with 10 hit points, so if I play Blessing of the Vishanti, that will give my attack cards an extra 5 points. We have a card with a quick modifier, which will do 10 damage, which means I will still have a card play at the end of these 2 moves.
This should aid me in my fight.
Time to bleed.
I'm impressed.
Quick little edit there because the game capture decided to stutter and cut the music out. Okay, after those 2 card plays, we have 5 heroism, and I think it's time we put them to use. As it turns out, the Hydra officer was in range of that environmental, so Strange is well placed for a run, jump, and a nice landing.
Let me show you.
So with just the 1 card play left, decided not going to mess about. Straight in with Blaze Strike, chain 2 attacks, 10 HP per attack.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
But it was effective and did what we needed it to do. So back up to 5 heroism. Again, I'm going to put that to use, and then I suddenly remembered I have a move left. And the game popping up with another tutorial pop-up, basically saying that once you've moved, you then get almost like an infinite number of moves to fine-tune your position until another hero or any hero plays a move. In this particular case, we got it first time, so you don't need me to tell you what's coming next. Took the Hydra officer and the wall out. Nice. Got no cards to play, no cards to redraw. Our enemy is stunned, so not doing anything. So might as well just end our turn and wait for reinforcements.
That gamma spike we detected in your area seems to be growing. Let's assume that's not a good thing.
Gamma or not, I feel the hand of my mother at work here.
And here comes said reinforcements. Just 2 minions with no health, so I don't imagine this is going to take long. We have 3 card plays, 3 heroism, 6 cards. I would say the odds are very much in our favour. But we still have a job to do and we don't want to get complacent, so let's just kick you off with a quick strike, take a minion off the board and keep a card play.
Watch close.
Leave some for the rest of us.
1 down, 2 to go. Really want to take advantage of the quick modifier on our Winds of our Tomb card. Fortunately, looks like we can knock our minion into the fire hydrant. Not a health and safety hazard in any way, but needs must.
It's in your best interest to quit now.
So 3 card plays, 4 cards, but only one of those cards will actually do damage, which is our whip card. And if we play that, it will actually discard a random card. Let's redraw it, see what we get. Got a bit of luck there, got a strike card with knockback. Playing Anagmoto's Gaze now gives us my Winds of our Tomb card back. Between those two, I think this is game over.
Watch closely. Even a sorcerer supreme has room to grow.
Always nice to get a level up. That Winds of a Tomb card giving us just enough XP to push Doctor Strange into level 2. I think it's time to end this. This slash plus the knockback should be enough to put this Hydra Elite out of his misery.
You were too weak for this fight.
Misguided as they are, remember, Hydra is still human, Hunter, not Lilith.
You were saying?
The lifeblood of the Mother pumps through our veins. The Mother is eternal. Hydra is eternal. Wanna bet?
Weakening! Cannot let them fail!
Association is not going to like this.
No.
I'll handle it.
Not.
Do not fear your magic, little wizard. We have answered the Mother's call. We are venom to all who oppose her. And you are large.
Yeah, so you may have seen this coming. I did say there was a hint in the level title. Venom is now on the scene, and it looks like he's had a bit of an upgrade. He's got some extra horns and a wicked looking tongue, as Lilith has clearly got his claws into him. So obviously this is our boss battle, and like any good boss battle, there are some extra challenges that it's going to bring. As the game has just popped up with powerful enemies like Fallen Venom, do not forecast which hero they intend to attack, and they indeed may attack multiple times on their turn. Venom does in fact have an AoE attack, so he could attack one of our heroes and then set that up.
Well, that certainly escalated quickly. Do I even want to know what that beast is?
It calls itself Venom. Until now, a pale imitation of a very heroic young friend of mine.
We will feed your ugly tongue to the spider wizard. Marinate it in his stomach juices and eat it with his spleen.
That's not a good sign if Caretaker doesn't even know who Venom is. Fortunately, Doctor Strange seems well versed, but Venom is seemingly more concerned with just putting in his lunch order. And the game is now choosing this very moment to tell us about critical abilities. As it says, all damage dealing hero abilities have a chance to become critical when they are drawn. Critical abilities will deal increased damage, we like that. And the chance for the ability to become critical is determined by the critical chance stat, and the damage is determined by the hero's critical damage stat, and you can find them in the hero's roster. Okay, back to Venom. And he's not alone. A couple of minions with him, because it is a boss battle.
Get ready.
Kill the minion the normal way. Quick strike, get our card play back. 3 card plays, 2 redraws. Picked up 1 heroism. Got full health, so we can redraw our heal card. Make them bleed. This is a good card for Blade. We'll draw one of Blade's cards and apply bleed to the next 2 attacks.
Even the best get better.
And that's enough to push him into our level 2 is what we like. So as you see there, we can chain 2 attacks, and also we'll apply 2 bleed for each attack. But we're just going to draw the last 2 attack cards, give us a little bit more firepower.
The light shines on the most dutiful.
And lovely, that's given us our quick strike back, so we can take out the minion in the back left.
About time.
Now that was something.
It's also going to apply 2 bleed, a little bit of waste of that, but it's more the quick modifier that I am after. Alright, that's them taken down. Just Venom, 1 versus 3. I have a feeling the odds are not as much in our favour as that sentence suggests. But now would be a good time to use our strike. As I said, change 2, does 6 points health damage per strike, but will also apply 2 bleed per strike, totaling 4. Once Blade has hit Venom with his very large sword / katana, we'll go into a quick look what bleed actually means.
We will heal faster than you.
You may well do, but now you've got 4 bleed, which is going to mean he will take 12 damage at the end of each turn. That is lovely. No card plays left, still got 7 heroism, and more importantly, still got our move. So we're just going to move Hunter for a nice run, jump, land. Okay, looks like we've got a new move for Venom. As it says here, melee attacks against a fallen Venom can trigger his Join Us passive and activate Symbiote Skin. Symbiote Skin is active. It will bind the next hero that melee attacks them. Alternatively, if we attack them without melee, we can still do damage and remove the skin. And he is in range of this oil drum. And as it says there, symbiote skin removed. Lovely. Okay, 5 heroism, but don't have any card plays, don't have any moves. Do one with redraw. Just I was having a quick look, see if worth getting rid of one. We're going to get rid of our knockback card, which is brought in Make 'em Bleed. That'll be lovely to apply on our next move, but until then, I think it's just end turn and wait to see what reinforcements we get.
Monoforms are for the weak. Stop your struggling.
Someone get this off of me!
Even we have our limits.
As you can see, there's Venom's Bind. We're now stuck until one of our heroes plays an ability card or knocks someone into us in order to free us. And this is Venom's AoE attack that I mentioned earlier.
This house belongs to Mother now, as you belong to us. We shall start with your juicy entrails, then slowly savor your delicious brains.
Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
Thankfully, no.
It says area attacks will go off at the end of the turn. We can use a move to get us out of the way. Also playing an ability will also do the same. Good little tip here, knock enemies into the area attack to turn the tables on your foes. That can prove very handy to do. So first off, we've got Doctor Strange. We're going to play our Blessings of Shanti card, which has given us some extra hit points to our attack cards. Now seems a good time to unleash the Axe of Angaramus. Not only is it going to apply fortitude damage, it's also going to apply to weak. That's going to reduce Venom's attacks by 50% for his next 2 turns, and Blade having concerns over multiverses. Speaking of Blade, let's apply Make 'em Bleed. Again, draw one of his cards and apply 2 bleed to his next 2 attack cards. Going to redraw Heal, as Hunter can't currently move, but that's given us Strike. We can chain 2, which is lovely. Could apply them directly both to Venom, or we could attack a minion and also release Hunter.
Watch me.
Impressive.
Got no card plays left, but we do have 6 heroism and a move, so we're going to move Doctor Strange over to this concrete block to launch it into this minion.
It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite decades of ineptitude.
Strange with the smack talk before he does this. And incoming. Okay, that leaves us with just Venom, 1 versus 3. Looks like Venom is in range of this oil barrel, so let's blow that up. And I think that really is now all we can do on this turn. 3 heroism, but nothing we can use it on. Going to redraw one of our state cards just to bring in another card ahead of time. Looks like we've got Whip. And we'll just end our turn and see what Venom has.
We will crack your tiny bones.
Venom unleashing his Spike Burst AoE attack there. Fortunately, we got everyone out of the radius of the damage. Nothing we can do about Hunter being launched into a barrel for 8 damage. Now we got reinforcements coming in. Venom takes 12 damage, but Caretaker suggests a tactical retreat.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Yes. Surrender. Be eaten. Fill our belly with your tasty fear.
I shall fill your belly with my blade, demon.
Hunter clearly stating what she thinks of that idea. I think it's time to just get this ended. One whip, using a forceful knockback from one minion into another.
Your mother abandons you.
There's a nice twofer. Now, looking back through the editing, I could have played this a little bit differently. What I went with was to go with Make and Bleed to give a little bit of extra XP to Blade to get him closer to the level. But then I should have played Quick Strike, as that would have then given me an achievement for beating a boss with a card that has a quick modifier. But at the end of the day, there'll be plenty of opportunities for that to happen. Let's give the credit and the finishing blow to Doctor Strange.
Good work, everyone.
No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Such easy
Hey, big guy! I was in the neighborhood. You know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc.
Spider-Man!
Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Always nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
So our friends just having to be bailed out there by Spider-Man, who just happened to be friendly in the neighborhood. So we got our 3-star mission rating, which gives us a nice 150 gloss. I mentioned gloss in the first part. We'll come on to that more, but we can use that for the cosmetic things. Speaking of cosmetics, we have earned ourselves a comic book cover, which we can possibly turn into a painting, which we could then hang up in our abode. But now, Caretaker.
Congratulations. New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look. What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than
the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
Tensions already bubbling between Caretaker and Hunter, with Caretaker giving a little flash of her power there. Game says that we need to go now talk to Tony, but first...
Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard. Now that things have settled down, you should get some rest. It won't always be this quiet.
Doesn't mean to be nagging old lady, proceeds to nag, but I guess she is just caring. There is a lot at stake, and she did raise Hunter all by herself the first time around. Let's quickly check in with Strange and Blade.
That was a complete fiasco.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back.
Not bad, Hunter. Not bad at all. You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours ago.
An impressive first outing, just as I had expected. You're going to do great things, Hunter. Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they say. Any mystical battle you can teleport away from.
Strange giving his own take on the anything you can walk away from. We got some backhanded praise there.
Hunter, you look scathed. What's up, Big H?
But it's now Mr. Stark's turn to have a chat.
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there, with a little help.
Another conversation dialogue choice that'll give us some friendship points, and given Hunter's very recent entering into this world, I think the get where would be very appropriate.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. It sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
Stark clearly unnerved and maybe a little bit freaked out about the possible goings-on in the Abbey. I think we should reassure him, but it also gives us one friendship point.
I assure you, there is nothing to fear here.
Well, it's easy to say not to be scared of things that go bump in the night when you are a thing that goes bump in the night. I don't even watch horror movies, and now I'm living in one.
Horror movies?
Oh, you'll love them. Imagine a painting come to life. Moving, talking, telling a story, one that just happens to be pulled from your very worst nightmare. Or just stop by my room. Fairly certain there's one hanging there already. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me, walking to my room.
Tony clearly needing a hug, or a £300 bodyguard. It could go either way at this point. But it does look like he has left us a little house welcoming gift, and it would be very rude not to see what he is inside.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark, but if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
I need to look up who Wonder Man is now. As Eutoria says, the Superlink is our connection to the rest of the team. Social connection for just us superheroes. Kind of just adds a little bit of backstory and a bit of world building to this universe. And it's also got some pretty fun stuff in it sometimes. Bobby Reyes with the first post, clearly a reference / poking fun at those who like to go onto YouTube videos to literally just post first. Ileana, though, got something a little bit deeper. Clearly not happy that Wanda is not back at the Abbey and that Strange and Blade and Hunter were not able to rescue her from the Sanctum. Feel free to pause and read through that entire conversation. As I said, nice little bit of world building and character. Also, we have our gallery. As you can see, we have our comic book that we acquired at the end of the level previously. We can actually turn that into a painting and hang that up around the Abbey, which we will inevitably do at some stage. We also have personal messages, but we obviously don't have any right now. And now we need to have a little explore of our new bedroom here. First off, let's check out this lovely painting.
We were all so happy then.
Agatha and Sarah with Hound. I want to know where the Hound is. I want to pet it. Please, game, please say we can pet it. Heading over to our bedside table, we have a faded journal page. Looks like it's the Hunter's Journal. You can pause and read that if you wish. This marks the first in a series of collectibles that are dotted around not only within the Abbey but within the grounds. Yes, there is an open world element.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
To this game, we will obviously be getting them all for completion and achievement purposes. And here's our closet.
There never was enough room for my armor in this thing.
And as it says here, gloss earned for missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic options, like I said earlier, for both hunters and the heroes, and includes sort of outfits. And the game will not let us proceed until we actually choose one. Kind of impartial to the nice long sleeve, nice hunter gold embossed in the middle. So that is the one we will go for. And I think it is time that we call it there. There is another cutscene after this, but I want to put that into part 3 to then lead on to the next set of missions that are coming in there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Let your crew know that you found a video that you enjoyed. It'd be great to build up a community and get chatting about Marvel Midnight Suns and other just general content creation tips and tricks and anything else you guys want to talk about. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I will see you soon.